Welcome to my video on Aziz's Murder of History. In this video, we'll explore how Aziz's work challenges the conventional narrative of Pakistan's history. Aziz, a Pakistani historian, wrote this book in 1993, and it has since become a classic in Pakistani literature. It sheds light on the often ignored aspects of Pakistan's past and how they shape the country's identity. The book challenges the commonly held view that this country was created solely as a homeland for Muslims. The author argues that this oversimplifies the complex history of this country and ignores the diversity of its population. He highlights how its creation was the result of political and economic factors, as well as religious identity, and that this has had a significant impact on the country's development. He emphasizes the importance of understanding the country's history in all its complexity, in order to build a more inclusive and just society. Moving on to another important theme, the book challenges the idea that this country was created solely as a homeland for Muslims. While the idea of a separate Muslim state was certainly a factor in the creation of Pakistan, the author argues that it oversimplifies the country's complex history. He points out that many other factors, such as economic and political considerations, also played a role in the creation of the country. He also argues that the idea of this nation as a purely Muslim state has led to discrimination against religious minorities, particularly Hindus and Christians, and has contributed to sectarian violence. In addition to critiquing the country's creation, Murder of History also challenges many of the myths surrounding the country's early history. One such myth is the idea that the nation's founder, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, was a devout Muslim who envisioned the country as an Islamic state. The author argues that this view is not supported by the historical evidence and that Jinnah was more interested in creating a secular, democratic state. This is a controversial view in the country, where Jinnah is often depicted as a religious figure and defender of Muslim rights. While the country was created as a homeland for Muslims, it's important to understand that the country is much more diverse than this idea suggests. Pakistan is home to numerous ethnic and linguistic groups, each with their own unique history and culture. This diversity has played a significant role in shaping the country's history. As the author points out in his book, the diversity within Pakistan is not just limited to linguistic groups but also includes religious and ethnic groups. Unfortunately, this diversity has also led to conflict and tensions. For instance, Aziz discusses the Balochistan separatist movement and the persecution of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community as examples of how Pakistan's complex history has been shaped by its diverse population. The book also delves into the political instability that has plagued Pakistan throughout its history. This instability has been marked by periods of military rule, weak civilian governments, and frequent changes in leadership. The author argues that this instability has contributed to the country's struggles and that understanding its history is essential for addressing these issues and building a stable and prosperous future. It also touches on the nation's economic development and challenges. The country has faced numerous economic challenges, including poverty, unemployment, and inflation. Aziz's book is a reminder that while Pakistan's history is complex and often tumultuous, there is hope for the future. The people of Pakistan are resilient and have shown time and time again that they can overcome even the most difficult challenges. With continued effort and dedication, Pakistan can build a bright and prosperous future for all its citizens, and understanding the country's history is a critical step towards achieving this goal.